afternoon. My name is Jessica McElfresh, and I'm a medical cannabis lawyer in the city of San Diego. And while people have very generously ceded a large amount of time to me, I will try and keep this to 2 minutes, because that's all we need to make these points. And I also promise to focus my comments on the referendum. Every one of you knows a qualified patient. I promise you do, even if you don't know that you do. Qualified patients are not some small sliver of society who should be forced to only go to certain parts of town to get medicine that doctors have told them that they are allowed to have to relieve of their ailments. Rather, they are everyone around you. They are your friends, your family, your coworkers, your neighbors, everyone that you know. They work, they own homes, they contribute to their communities, and yes, they do vote. When you think about regulating safe access to medical cannabis, I want you to think about how you want the people you care about to be treated when they seek relief from pain and illness. This ordinance was not what the community wanted, nor what the Medical Marijuana Task Force recommended, but fortunately we have another chance to get this right. San Diegans want safe access to medicine for qualified patients, yet the ordinance assured that all collectives would shut down immediately, meaning there would be no safe access the moment it went into effect. San Diegans want safe schools and well-maintained roads, yet the ordinance would cost the city between $7 to $10 million every year in sales tax revenue. That's not even getting into the cost of trying to enforce this ordinance or other fees it could have possibly brought into the city if it had been written correctly, nor at this time the undetermined cost of regulating collectives under the ordinance. We just don't know. San Diegans also favor full employment, yet the ordinance would put at least 300 people who work at collectives out of work immediately. This is not what San Diegans want, and I don't truly believe it's what this council wants. You can see that by the numerous people who signed the referendum petition and are here today. That begs the question, though, what does the community of San Diego want? We want two things. We want safe, affordable access to medical cannabis for qualified patients, and we want reasonable regulation. This referendum is not a rejection of regulation. It is the furthest thing from it. Rather, it is a rejection of the strangulation of safe access. We ask you to repeal the ordinance you passed on March 28, 2011, and to immediately work with all community stakeholders to enact reasonable regulation. We don't want to wait years again, and I know you don't either. I know no one in this room does. We want to begin work on this immediately. You have an excellent model in the Medical Marijuana Task Force recommendations that I strongly urge you to revisit. You also have excellent models and ordinances employed by cities that have been regulating collectives for years. In those cities, complaints about collectives average about 2 a year, and they're generally about things such as that the restroom was out of order when someone went to visit and get their medicine. The first step to such a model of safe access and reasonable regulation is to listen to the community and repeal the ordinance. The next step is to begin working on a true model of safe access and reasonable regulation with all community stakeholders immediately. Thank you.